Hey everybody, Verna here, and it's a Sunday afternoon, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about this workshop that we are offering at the studio in the beginning of August. It's Primordial Sound Meditation. I've been receiving a lot of questions about what meditation is, how meditation can help me, is meditation going to help me? So I wanted to answer those questions here for you. But first, I just wanted to share a little bit about what meditation has done for me. As you know, I've been on fitness my whole life, but meditation is something that I started 9 years ago when I was going through a rough patch in my life. It wasn't that anything was happening bad on the outside, but it was a lot of things happening on the inside that I did not know how to deal with because I've always been a pretty strong person. I've always been the one who helped other people, but I found myself in that space where I didn't recognize myself. I felt very weak and like I did not really have any power. And I was really hard to be in that spot of being so fragile and not knowing what could help me. I've had some things going on in my body that I've always had a really strong body, but my heart was beating weird. I was having heart palpitations, and I would have anxiety attacks and a lot of things. And I didn't really recognize myself or even wanted to be myself. And as you can see, my backyard here, it's a beautiful place. I have a beautiful family. Everything was really fantastic on the outside, but I could not find that peace inside myself. I remember very here in this backyard, it was a raining afternoon, and I saw those cranes that we have in our neighborhoods here, and there was a crane flying over this pond behind me. And I really wish to be that crane. I really wish to be that crane because, okay, that crane is not suffering right now, and I just do not want to be myself. Um, so I had a lot of moments like that, and I did not know what to do. I went, I did therapy, and I did other things as well to help me. But it was through meditation. One day I said, okay, I told my husband, I really have to take care of this. I just not know what to do anymore. I didn't even want to be by myself anymore because I didn't want to be alone with my own thoughts. And I decided to pack up and go to where there was a teacher from India teaching a class. And I did a similar to what you would be doing, a intensive workshop. And once I experienced meditation, actually was my very first meditation, I saw something else that I did not know was there. And when I came out of my meditation, my first thought was, oh my goodness, everybody needs to experience this. If people experience this, there'll be no problems in the world. And it was not like after that everything was easy. I still had to put in the work. I meditated every single day. I followed everything that my teacher had told me to do. 4 years later, I opened Energia because that was my mission in life. I said people need to really experience this. And then I started teaching meditation, as you know. And I'm a very different person on what I would say I'm a different person, but what really has happened for me, and that's what it really will happen for you, is not that meditation gives you peace and joy and all that stuff. That stuff is already inside of you. All that beauty is already there. You are made perfect. You have that inside of you. It's just that so much has happening on the outside. It may not be happening right now, but over the years as you grew up and you may have been sick or had whatever stresses and fatigues and lack of sleep, and all of those things start to build up. We think it doesn't, but they do. Even if you had a pretty calm life and by now you're just so stressed out, you don't know what happened, things are building up slowly, and sometimes don't even notice until they pretty much just explode, and you're just like, oh my goodness, it's so totally out of control. So meditation is not going to give you those things. Meditation is just a technique. It is a technology that helps you access the beauty, that all that perfection that's already inside of you. So by doing this technique over and over again, over a period of time, you're going to be able to access all that perfection within you. The questions that I have are, what is the difference between what I teach at the studio on a regular basis, or guided meditation, and primordial sound meditation? What will be different? So I like to give this analogy, and of going to a real nice restaurant, right? So you go to a real nice restaurant, the chef prepares this wonderful meal for you that you just absolutely love it. And every time you go there is a different recipe, a different meal, and you love it. And every time you leave, you feel refreshed, you feel wonderful, you feel satisfied. But then that kind of, wears off after you go home, and then you come back for another meal. So once you learn a meditation practice, it's something that now is almost like you go to cooking school, to chef school, and now you know how to prepare those wonderful meals yourself. So that's the difference. So when you're home with your own meditation practice, every day that you meditate, and you will not need me anymore, but I'd love to have you at the studio still, but you will be able to recreate this at home, and this is just really a gift that you give to yourself for a lifetime. You will be able to continue to practice and then be able to enjoy those wonderful benefits. The other question that I do have, and people ask, is this going to work for me? Because I have a very, very overactive mind. I cannot stop my thoughts. That I hear that from pretty much, I would say, 99% of all the people who try to meditate. That's the misconception, that you do need to stop thinking, that you're not going to be able to stop your thoughts. So the good news about meditation is that you're not trying to do that at all. All right? If that happens, that's fantastic, but thought is a part of it. You're going to, as you continue to practice your meditation, you're going to be tapping into that place of stillness and silence. And that's what we call the gap. And you may have heard that term before, because Deepak, the creator of Primordial Sound Meditation, mentions that a lot on his talks. The gap is that space between the thoughts, and that's the space where your true self really is a place of stillness and silence, when all that beauty, all that peace and joy is. So that's where you are. So that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to go into that gap, but we don't even try. That just actually happens naturally by you practicing the Primordial Sound Meditation over and over. So what is a Primordial Sound Meditation? It is a mantra meditation, and this mantra is based on the time, the date, and the place that you were born. The universe has a specific sound at that very moment. So what we're going to do by you providing us with that information, we are going to find what was that sound in the universe through Vedic mathematics. We are going to find what that is for you. So basically, I get these mantras are going to be provided by the Chopra Center. So that's why I do need you to register, pre-register in advance, because I do need to be able to get those mantras for everyone participating in this workshop. So talking about this workshop, you will be able to meditate. I do not want anybody worrying about if they are never meditated before. You do not need any specific training to be able to do this. We will be sitting on chairs, so you do not need to worry about having to sit on the floor either. And meditation is just a technique. It is like what my teacher taught me, and that's a really good example. It is like turning a light switch. It does not matter who turns it on. It still comes on, right? And maybe if you've never done turn the light switch before in your life, you had never seen light, you'd be like, oh wow, this is just a miracle. But it really isn't. It's just really a pretty much a technique, a technology that is going to help you access all the beauty and perfection within yourself. So if you would like to join me on this journey, on the bottom there is a link, and that link just takes you to that form. It's an application form that does ask your information about your birth. Just click on that, and once you're done filling that out, it's going to prompt you to take you to finalize your registration, where you're going to be able to submit payment. Okay, so once you do all that, then you are registered for the workshop. So the workshop is August 3rd. It's a Friday night. We're going to meet from 6:30 to about 9 or 9:30. That time is going to be a little bit, the time we end, it really depends on how many questions you do have, but we're not going to be over at 9:30 that night, okay? And then Saturday afternoon start from 2 to 5. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reply to this message. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful week, and namaste.